What a beautiful morning here in Surfside Beach, South Carolina.
Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, the big kahuna, Pat Miley.
Good morning. Got up early, watched the sunrise. Figure be a good idea to shoot my video down here. Uh, it's a new day for the Republican Party. Our runoff is over. Our candidates for governor and attorney general and agricultural commissioner have been set for the Republican Party, and we got to get behind those candidates because God forbid a Democrat flips one of those positions. We don't want that. And when Republicans sit at home, Democrats win, and that's a concern I have right now. Alan Wilson won, and I'm going to vote for him, and I encourage you to vote for him because that's what we need to do. We need to keep Republicans in these spots. There's a position I'm greatly concerned with here in South Carolina, and that's the first congressional district. We got a radical liberal who's into LGBT, and she was a DEI admiral in the Navy. Really don't want to see her flip the first district. This is why it's very important. Even in these midterms, we can't be sitting at home and letting these numbers fall short. I mean, we just can't. Low turnout was abysmal for this midterms. So we really need to, in the general election, need to get off our ass and move it. And work together. You got to put our differences aside and move forward. I decided I'd take a little walk while I'm here. I want to talk a little bit about the self-destructive nature of the Republican Party down here in South Carolina. When I first moved here 5 years ago, I wanted to get involved with the Republican politics here. I was an active Republican up in Pennsylvania. And the first thing I ran into when I went on the Republican Party's social media page was go home. Go home. Yankee go home kind of thing. Good old boy bullshit. And this is something we really need to stop doing. You guys are going to need us, Northern Republicans, because for every one of us that comes down here, you're going to have two lunatic Democrats. And just because we didn't grow up here doesn't mean we care about here. I moved here because I wanted to get out of that stupid ass blue state, Pennsylvania, and all their policies and all their politics. And believe me, I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight like hell to keep our way of life here. You don't know what it's like to live in a blue state, in a blue city. It's hell. It's hell. The city I moved here from, Reading, Pennsylvania, look it up. You take all the crime in the 9 counties of the PD and cram it into 11 square miles, and you have Reading, Pennsylvania. It's so bad, Cops is going to be filming there from July to September. Now, what kind of idiot city is going to actually bring in a show like Cops? You want to show that your city is ghetto garbage, bring that show on. Got to watch where I'm walking. There's some holes here. But yeah, It's trash. Reading, Pennsylvania is trash. Pennsylvania is trash. And if you don't want South Carolina to get flipped and turned into that kind of trash, we need to get together. We need to stick together. We need to stop fighting amongst ourselves. Stop undermining each other, because that's another thing that really pisses me off about down here. When you get one group trying to undermine the grassroots efforts of another group. It's like, what the hell? We're on the same side. We got to get together and fight the real enemy. Our enemies are not each other. Now let's get to the issue with Republican groups or conservative groups down here. Conservative groups, there's like a dime a dozen. I'm a member of like 3 of them. The conservative groups we have here in South Carolina are a symptom of a problem with the GOP. Nobody trusts the GOP, and for good reason. Horry County's got real bad history with the GOP. And, that's got to change. The GOP, the local GOPs need to, instead of trying to divide these groups, they need to harness them. These groups are your grassroots operation. These are grassroots campaigners that want to make things better. And undermining those efforts are counterintuitive. So we got to get our head out of our ass down here. We want to keep our way of life as it is. And we got to stop making things easy for the Democrats when it comes to op-ed information. We beat each other up so bad, bloody each other up so bad in the primaries, and the Democrats love it. And this is the kind of shit that's got to stop. I mean, I love having politicians with a backbone and sharp elbows, because I didn't have that in PA. Republicans, I always say Republicans in Pennsylvania are paper people. They fold easily. They're quick to give up ground. I campaigned for a man twice for mayor of the city of Reading. I got no help whatsoever from the state and county GOPs. And they just gave up Reading, and now look what it is. It's such a shithole that people who live in shitholes call it a shithole. That's Reading. And we don't want the Grand Strand to become that way. And we don't want to wake up someday and find us become a purple state, or God forbid a blue state. So we got to get our shit together. Hey, I just finished breakfast at the Golden Egg and on the way back home. Gonna hit the pool for a little. I like going to the beach early, and I like going to the beach late, because then you avoid all the crazy tourists. So I'll probably be back down there later, leave the camera home this time, or maybe just take it with, get some pictures, do a little shell hunting with the honey. But yeah, figured we'd talk a little bit about sports and a little bit about entertainment, and slide some politics in with that. I don't know if y'all seen this, but a baseball team called the York Revolution, they forfeited a game rather than wear the pride bullshit. And I really got to tip my hat to them. Southeastern Pennsylvania has got a lot of minor league farm teams. I grew up watching the Reading Phillies. Allentown has the Iron Pigs, which is also affiliated with the Phillies. York Revolution, I believe, is in with the Pirates. Lancaster Barnstormers, they're involved with a bunch of different teams. But yeah, I was really proud to see what the York Revolution did, because Major League Baseball is bowing to the fruitcakes, the rainbow weirdos every June, and it's really getting me pissed off about that. Got to keep that crap out of sports. There's a lot, there's teams that in the NFL that refuse to participate. The Steelers, the Cowboys, none of that when they have their gay days in the NFL season. I don't think anybody has the nerve to ask the NBA to participate in that, because I think a lot of their players would probably, go ballistic. But yeah, it's June. It's the Fudge Packer Fiesta, and it's just Major League Baseball has got to. I wouldn't take my kid to a ball game in June. I really wouldn't. And it's a shame. I think the worst one for it with this is with this whole rainbow retard crap is Los Angeles. Because you go to Dodger Stadium, that whole parking lot in Chavez Ravine becomes a freak show when they have their gay day. Guys with nothing on but body paint engaging in lewd acts in the parking lot. Drag queen nuns from the Sisters of the Perpetual Indulgence, who got honored and recognized by the Dodgers a couple of years ago. And one of those guys that's with that, one of those fruitcakes, is the guy who was in the Biden administration that stole the luggage. Yeah, that guy. So yeah, it's bad out in LA when they have the Fudge Packer Fiesta. So yeah, keep your kids away from the ballpark, Major League ballpark on June. Got to let the Major League know that's not for the great American pastime. Whoa, some debris in the road. It's an Amazon box. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah, now what else did I want to talk about? Oh. This must be the year of the bomb, at least until the motion picture bombs. At least until, maybe Spider-Man, Brand New Day will change things. I don't know, because Avatar, Fire and Ass, that really didn't hold up compared to the other two. But the other two made a boatload of money. But yeah, movies, they're hitting the theaters. Boom, they're on VOD the next week. Earlier this month, a movie about D-Day, about a different look at D-Day, about the weather forecasts and why it was put back a day and all that. That was it was called Pressure. Hit the theaters the week of the anniversary of D-Day on June 6th. Boom. 2 weeks later, it's on VOD. Yeah, and that had a really good cast too. Yeah, there's a lot of movies that, why go to the theater to watch them when they're going to be on VOD in 2 weeks? You could buy your license to it for less than what it costs to go to theaters. It's a shame. But, I think, they had the Supergirl movie when's DC gonna wake up with these woke movies? Oh my God, Millie Alcock from House of the Dragon, and just this. She's supposed to be this cool badass, in it, and yeah, it went over like a fart in church because people are sick of woke. Go woke, go broke, and James Gunn's version of the DCU is gonna go down the toilet, man, because he's putting out real crap. So, which is funny because if you knew anything about comic books, DC outsells Marvel like crazy, but the Marvel movies are doing better than DC. They're saying that this new Spider-Man movie might break some records. They're anticipating it doing $2 billion, possibly making back the production cost in the first weekend. So, yeah, people don't learn about this woke bullshit. You look at the TV shows. The quality of the TV shows are in the toilet because of this woke shit. They're starting to wake up. I think they're starting to wake up. What they did to Star Trek. I'm a big Trekkie, and now it's called Woke Trek. They had the this show Discovery, Disco, and God, that was nuts. You had the doctor and the chief engineer were a gay couple. The captain was trans. She was the trans stepsister to Spock that you never heard of before. She was born a guy and then became a man. That's why she had the name Michael. And then you had, instead of Michelle. So you had that. Then they had to make one of the candidates, real cute redhead, between the first and second season. They had her blimp up because they wanted to appeal to the body people, the obese people. Like we need to be pandered to. I'm fat, I don't need that shit. I want to see a pretty girl, she is a pretty girl, but man, she put on 60 pounds between seasons. You got another scientist that's a lesbian, and then they brought in some non-binary kids. It was bad. It was bad. Nobody watched it, and they discontinued it. But then they came out with this show, Strange New Worlds. And Strange New Worlds is pushing the same damn agenda. Strange New Worlds is supposed to be like before Kirk had the Enterprise and Spock's in it. It seems like, it's bad. It's just really, really bad sci-fi. Star Trek always had social content, morality plays, and which is great. You have a story that has not a lecture or anything like that, but that's what they do now. They lecture. They put the agenda before the stories and the characters instead of making the story count. And they just don't know. And complete lack of creativity. Okay, so my rant is over about sports and entertainment. I'm going to do this from time to time. You'll get a nerd alert before that. So stay safe. God bless. Hang loose.
If you like this content, please follow on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that notification